Hi students, so welcome to this special segment and we have Dean of ISBR. So we have Dr. R. Narasimhan with us, and in today's interaction he is going to share a lot of insights when it comes to ISBR. So any questions that you may have regarding ISBR admission process, what is it that the institute is looking for, what kind of scholarships are offered, and anything that you may want to know, I'm sure you're going to find this in today's interaction. So let's get started. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Good morning.
So, sir, let's start with your background a little bit because I read through your profile and it's very interesting to see that you are an alumnus of three of the most premier institutions in India. So, if you could just tell us a little bit about your background and how did you get into education?
Yes, I was in IIT Roorkee for my master's, and then I came to IIT Madras for my research. And I got an opportunity to pursue my postdoctoral fellowship also with TIF for Mumbai. So during the postdoctoral fellowship, I did research related to predictive analytics in business. So that was a very engaging work. And as of my career, I started in teaching in an engineering college, but later on moved to IT industry and with them for some time. And after that, I moved to this time mostly entrepreneurial work. I was involved in starting Great Lakes Institute of Management. And after that, another big business school project in Hyderabad, Watson School of Business. And later on, I was involved in BML Mujal University. But during the last 6-7 years, I was with St. Joseph Institute of Management, Bangalore. That was my last assignment before coming to ISBR.
So, sir, regarding ISBR, again, the institute has been doing very well in the last several years. Just wanted to understand what is it or what are the steps that are taken to ensure that you are staying ahead of the curve?
What we have realized is that a business school must have a very strong industry connect. That has been our top priority. If you look at the last 3-4 years, we have a very strong relationship with industry, and we have included a lot of teaching components specifically for industry experts. To the extent of 30% of the coursework is offered by industry leaders. The other focus for ISBR is mentorship. What we have observed is that when it comes to internship mentorship, it happens in a very casual manner. With the result, the student dissertation is not of high quality. So our focus now is to provide professional mentorship, very organized, well-planned mentorship, so that the internship project delivers desired outcome for the students. So these are our focus points, you can say.
Okay. And sir, when it comes to the selection process, so are you getting any particular kind of applications more? For example, are you getting more students with higher work experience? Are you getting more freshers? Are you getting more students of a particular discipline, for example, engineering, non-engineering? So can you let us know more about what kind of applications you are getting?
The recent trend is that ISBR is attracting students with probably 1 to 2 years experience. This is very significant. Maybe to the extent of 60% of the applications come from roughly about 2 years experience. And Freshers, yes, good number.
Okay. And sir, when it comes to diversity in the batch, again, are there specific points that are awarded to female candidates or anything like that to ensure that the batch is more diverse? So in the selection process, do you look for specifically candidates with different backgrounds?
Not exactly. But if you look at the trend in the market, naturally, female candidates get attracted towards doing management program. So there has been very significant increase in the number of applications from female candidates. For example, if you look at 2024 admission, it's about 43% of the applications have come from female candidates, and it's a very good number. This is without any special, points granted for, to improve demographic proportion. It's not like that. It happens naturally. And another significant increase is the number of applications from the East. It's a very encouraging number. Roughly about 15-20% of applications have come from the eastern side. Somehow South, if you look at states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra is good, but in these three states, number of applications has not been that encouraging. We get about, in spite of being present in the southern tip of Karnataka, closer to these states, number of applications is about 20 to 23%. So we have to do something, some very special reach out strategy for these states. But North is doing quite well.
Sir, let's talk about student experience at ISBR. When students join, what sort of activities they can expect to be a part of? So, extracurricular activities, internships, projects. So, if you can just walk us through the student life over the 2 years of the MBA program.
Student life in ISBR is, in my assessment, very, very engaging and very diverse also. They start with a mammoth 45 days orientation immersion. And after that, students get opportunity to be an ambassador. We have, opportunities for students to get involved in admissions process, placement process, then club activities, event management, organizing, conferences and things like that. We have separate ambassador groups to get involved in this, and their responsibility is to take help from a faculty and then organize these events. And for example, placement is primarily driven by student ambassadors. And lots of students are involved in admissions process. They directly talk to the candidates and things like that. They are called admissions ambassadors. So students get involved at all levels in student life. And of course, being a management program, they have lots of academic responsibilities, group work, and things like that. These are monitored by what we call Student Success Center. People out there monitor the individual students.
Sir, regarding placement opportunities, so any particular sector that you are seeing is hiring more from ISBR, or is it a mix of sectors? Are the roles that are being offered more of a particular nature? So if you can just shed some light on the placement numbers and the opportunities that come on ISBR.
One good thing is placement opportunities are really looking up this year. We started our first phase of placements in the month of September. Now we are sometime in the beginning of December. The last 3 months, September, October, November, last 3 months, we have placed nearly 50% of the students already. So I would say placement is really looking up. Industry is vibrant. And if I look at the profile of the companies, we find most of them IT services, financial services companies that are visited predominantly. And the next big uptake has been happening in the supply chain and retail area. Sales roles are really coming up in a big way. So, in fact, we have taken some special steps to sensitize the students on sales within marketing. So we are quite happy with the placement. Very happy with the placements, and so far our average salary CTC has been hovering around 7.5 lakhs per annum, and then the highest is about 12. So this has been broadly about sales, placement, and we expect this to be vibrant even in the month of January and later.
Sir, when it comes to your vision for the institute, so what are your plans for the next few years?
Well, I personally feel that we have to slowly move towards student centricity. We have to look at individual student and see what best can be done to make the student better, career ready, placement ready, and things like that. So we have established, as I told you earlier, Student Success Center. The idea of Student Success Center is to pay attention to individual students. When you look at an individual student during the course of MBA program, they have to deliver internship project report, then dissertation in the fourth semester, and they have to submit research report in their second semester. So individual students have to deliver some of the intellectually challenging reports. And left to themselves, these reports can be anything from mediocre to, really wanting in quality. So our objective is to provide help to the students, mentoring help, professional help, so that these reports are of good quality, which they can talk about during the placement. That is our objective. Okay. Whatever they have to deliver, for example, even assignment submissions, case reports, all the submissions from the students must be of good quality. This is going to be the focus for us. And whatever support that is required to make this happen, we are providing.
So do you have any specific tips or suggestions to aspirants who are planning to apply to ISBR this year?
Well, looking at profile of the students or aspirations of the students, my advice or my suggestion would be that they have to have perfect, effortless communication skills. That's very, very important. When I say communication skills, it also means they must have a lot of stuff in their mind. How do they gather information? That's only by reading and listening and things like that. They have to develop qualities related to accumulating knowledge so that they are able to communicate effortlessly. They have something to talk about, something to give opinion on. So this is one thing that I will urge the students, and we will indeed assess the students on these basis. And the next important thing that we'll be looking at is the quantitative skills. See, this is something that is lacking in many students. Like when I say you have to walk 1 kilometer distance they must immediately be able to understand the 1 kilometer distance. They have to sense the distance. That quantitative mindset should be there. They have to deal with a lot of quantitative stuff. This is another thing that we'll be looking at, and they have to develop these qualities. And these qualities cannot be obtained in a few days through a few training sessions and things like that. They have to inculcate them over a period of time. And we will be looking at these as an important, selection requirement.
And sir, again, you have vast experience. So, for anybody who is watching this, whether they are planning to apply for MBA this year or the next year, what would be your advice in terms of improving their profile and becoming ready for the next set of careers that we are going to have?
Technology is here to stay. So whatever career path they choose, they should not forget that they have to catch up with technologies. That's very, very important. And of course, ISBR has integrated a few technology-related courses, and definitely we want to sensitize the students on emerging technologies. So we have made certain courses as part of the curriculum, core courses, emerging technologies for managers and things like that. We sensitize the students on artificial intelligence, blockchain, analytics, all that. These have become good to know areas for managers. And as we know, digital transformation is affecting the business models in a big way. So our curriculum is also undergoing changes.
So thank you so much, sir. I'm sure that this is going to help all the aspirants. So thank you so much for joining and taking out time from your busy schedule and talking to our students. And for students, if you have any questions, you can always leave it as a comment and we'll try and get back at the earliest. All the best to all of you. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you also. Thank you personally, and wish all the aspirants also for a very fruitful application process. And I obviously would like them to apply for ISBR for their PGDM. It's a very promising area. We are in the most happening part of the city, electronic city. A lot of companies around, always buzzing with activities. So we would welcome students to apply for ISBR.